Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails in the Sky, the third, part 41. In the previous video we started the 5th plane and kinda got our ass kicked. For a few reasons. I think our new party is a little bit worse than our old party and I just played bad. But we did manage to complete one star door, which had a little fight beforehand. We barely eked out a victory and now we're gonna learn about something. I'm guessing Orbments? Yeah, Orbments are devices that use orbital energy contained within septium to cause a variety of useful effects. It has only been a little over half a century since they were first invented, but in even such a short time they have already revolutionized the world as we know it. From daily necessities such as lighting and heating to tanks and other similar weapons used to defend our nations, Orbments are used in just about every facet of our lives. In fact, it's now hard to imagine life without them. So much of what we have take for granted in life now involves them in some way. And it is to proliferate and advance the development of these orbits that we exist. We, the Epstein Foundation. Oh, are those the bad guys? Are they good or bad? Are they? I'm trying to remember the Epstein Foundation. Wasn't that like in the very beginning of the game? Was that one of the company the airliner was associated with, or was that a different one? Our foundation was first established in the year 1155 of the Septian calendar, the year after Professor Epstein's passing, and was created by his brilliant-minded disciples in order to honor his wishes. The foundation is based in his home state of Le Mans, where it remains in operation to this day. It was rather limited in size in the beginning, and its attempts to spread orbital technology was initially met with little success. Sensing that the professor's dream would never be realized at the rate they were going, 3 key researchers left Le Mans to try and spread the seeds of orbital technology across the continent themselves. One of these was Professor G. Schmidt. The professor, who had gained a fine reputation of his own for his skill in the field of mechanical engineering, went around and visited corporations in various nations to persuade them of the benefits of orbits. Second was Professor L. Hamilton. Mindful of the technological gap between regions, he long believed it was rural and remote areas that needed orbit technology more than any other. As such, he enlisted the help of the Bracer Guild, which had already formed a close relationship with the Foundation, and formed a mission with the intent of promoting and spreading the technology where applicable. Well, maybe the Epstein, is that the one that's more associated with Liberal? Are they? I think they're maybe the good guys, so to speak. The professor himself also toured the regions with the aim of spreading public awareness and laying foundations for others to build on in the future. Professor A. Russell, where have I heard of that man before, now known far and wide as the father of the Orbital Revolution. Professor Russell returned to his home nation of Liberal and continued to work tirelessly to advance orbit technology there. And within a year of returning, he had set up the Zeiss Engineering Factory, now known as Zeiss Central Factory, ZCF, and created the first orbit to be made outside Le Mans State. 3 years later, the reigning king of Liberal at the time, Edgar III, visited the factory to inspect it, and he decided to donate a large amount of money to further its research. With His Majesty's endorsements, orbits began to spread like wildfire throughout the kingdom, bringing such prosperity that the people of the other nations were filled with envy. Up until then, most people didn't see orbits in a particularly positive light, but their success in Liberal changed those impressions virtually overnight. One nation after another began to reach out to our foundation to share orbit technology, and both our foundation's financial and social standing became that much more secure. In the eyes of the world, the Orbital Revolution was a sudden, far-reaching transformation. But it was only because of years of reaching out to people and diligent, largely unnoticed research that it was able to happen at all. The Foundation's activities center around the following 3 guiding principles. 1. Carrying out fundamental research on orbits. 2. Spreading orbital technology and informing the public of its benefits. 3. Contributing to world peace through technology. Well, they sound like the good guys. Now then, let's discuss each of these 3 guiding principles in more depth. So let's take a water break first. Alright. The Foundation's most important mission is, naturally, the improvement and development of orbital technology. The fundamental principles behind how Orbments work need no improvements as such, but their architectures, their internal structures, have been improved upon countless times in the past and will surely continue to be perfected by the curious mind as years go on. Orbments' architecture concerns the mechanical parts inside them, such as cogs and screws, and there is still plenty of room for change as this new technology develops. These improvements can reap great rewards, but the research necessary to make them as known to be lengthy as it is expensive. As a result, companies who prioritize profit over all else are less inclined to pursue them. That makes our Foundation's research all the more important from a social perspective. 2. Spreading orbital technology and informing the public of its benefits. 2 other important goals of the Foundation are to spread orbital technology as widely as possible and to educate the public on the correct way to use it. While Orbments have become a part of our daily lives for most who lived in advanced nations and populated urban areas, the reality in remote and mountainous regions is very different. To counter this, we have long worked to send missions of engineers and bracers to these regions to try and better the standard of living for these people, and will continue to do so. See, what does this background stuff say? Prototype of Orbment mysterious artifact. It is thought the relic of Zemurian civilizations that prosper in ancient times. From ruins lies continental. What? Lies in? Ruins in continental? Oh, it's hard to read because it's so blurry. Places very unusually with the object of excavated mystery. It is assumed that it something Septirion, given from the empty goddess Adios, the doctrine of the Seven Church, and the collection. Okay, I can't quite read it, but apparently they're, because I mean the Zemurians had Orbments, right? I guess the technology was just lost. We continue to work on other ways to spread awareness of orbital technology, such as working closely with the Septian Church to have it added to the curriculum of Sunday school classes. World peace through technology. It is to pursue this noble yet extremely difficult goal that the Foundation has had a close relationship with the Bracer Guild ever since its initial founding. The Guild was established as an international peacekeeping organization and can mediate on conflicts between nations from a neutral point of view, making it essential to the stability of our world as it stands. The Epstein Foundation continues to back them up fully in their cause, both with financial aid and using the fact that the Lamont State is the only place where tactical Orbments are produced to provide them with the equipment. Just as well, this relationship also provides ideal feedback towards tweaking the quality of tactical Orbments, as they are used in combat too. Every machine and every invention goes through a long, grueling process behind the scenes before eventually reaching its finished, refined form, and tactical Orbments are no exception. Then, in 1190, our Foundation unveiled the Orbital Network Project, which will be implemented in partnership with ZCF. Said project aims to join all of Zemuria together with a single united communications network, but our hope is that it will do much more than that. Our hope is that it will help realize a peaceful world through communication. Well, just saying, we got that in real life. Ain't done shit. Sadly, Orbment's relationship with peace as a concept has become somewhat complicated. Are they aiding in its realization, or are they doing the exact opposite? Professor Epstein expressed his hopes that there would be the ability to realize the limitless looping of energy would be able to bring lasting peace to the world. Instead, recent years have thoroughly betrayed those hopes, and the post-revolution world has been a chaotic one indeed. Conflict between Liberal and Erebonia, for one, made significant use of orbital weaponry, airships included. It seems beyond a doubt that orbital weaponry will continue to become more and more advanced, making war an even more tragic event than ever. In the face of all this, how should we go about trying to create a peaceful world? We believe the best way to do this is to rely on the power of communication, and a means to do so with people of different nationalities and races. If these people can more easily interact and more easily deepen their understanding of one another, perhaps that will allow us to create the world we also dearly desire. In the end, one thing is for certain, our challenge is to try and realize Professor Epstein's ideals are only just beginning. Well, that was informative. Ingenuity. And 7,000. We've done it. So, oh god, everybody's still dead. What is ingenuity? Is it any good? It's good. Well, Sapith-wise, the passive is not all that great. It's actually not bad for Estelle because she has such a low MP pool. Can't really upgrade orbit slots right now though, so we can't use it on anyone. Well, because you had to have a Mirage, and you have to have a time there. You could equip it, but we don't really... I'd rather you keep the HP and be able to heal, because your heals are always good because they're fixed damage. Or not really damage, but you know what I mean. A fixed amount. Yeah, so holding Alt does speed it up. Well, I mean, you could attack. There's no point in attacking. I mean, even though I would like to make use of the double thingy. You don't do damage, so. Can you do 57 damage? Okay, you do a little bit of damage. Yeah, we definitely need some time Sapith so we can start upgrading everybody. At least upgraded Estelle's slot so she has more HP, or MP. His passing brought great sorrow to all but his son. All but to one, his son, who was acutely aware that no one could surpass his father's talent. More than he despised carpentry, he despised the crushing weight of his father's name. Oh yeah, I forgot about the chests and the story of the wood shop. It just continues to evolve. Oh god, that horsey man is a little scary. What are you doing? Okay, you don't take wind damage, and you take more space. Destroys the foe's mind and freezes them. Well, that's terrifying. Wait, there's a spider? Oh my god, there is a spider. And he's gonna instant kill me, dude. Or is he? It is in fact you who will be instantly killed. Oh, you fool. There's no point in aerialing. Really, I just want you to kill the spider. What? Should not have instant killed? Is that not what that effect means, or does it just not work?
We're good to go.
A lighter. Someone used to keep his magazine stash in here. Also, what was that other accessory we got? We already have. What is like a feather brooch plus various stats up prevents faint. Let's see what does various stats up. So for you, it gives agility. You get defense and arts defense and movement. Is it the same for everyone? Pretty much. Well, no, you get extra arts out of it. And that's definitely worth it. And what does it give Oliver? It's hard to tell. So you lose all your art, you get extra speed out of it. I mean, I guess Ria's benefits the most. Preventing faint isn't bad. That is a really scary status effect because it can just last for so long. Yeah, because we can't get over here yet, so. Get back attacked? Okay, we have Scent, so yeah, we can never back attack. That's gonna take a little getting used to. That's more Persona muscle memory that I'm gonna have to not learn. Because in that game, you don't even, if you can't back attack someone, you don't even want to fight them because they're too strong. Do you do physical damage at all? You don't. You don't really do physical damage. Good to know. Resist fire? Like, why do you feel like sometimes you take more damage than you should, or take less damage than you should? Okay, so you do resist instant death. I'm just gonna whack you and smack you, and then send you to the Shadow Realm.
99.
That's a weapon for Analyze. Here's some funky music playing from within the chest, but you do not see any instruments. Out of curiosity, can we see? Nah. I'm assuming it looks like it's the same icon as Anna, yeah, because it's not a rapier. Yeah, it's not nearly as good as her special item she got from that one side story. I'm just gonna keep trying to go for the back attacks, even though I know it'll never work. Okay, I think you just hold. Just chill there. See what these things do. Okay, so it looks like they just hit you normally. Go for the big girl heal. Sure, you can follow up with this. I think this should kill. Yeah, definitely. You have a bunch of water Sithith. It's nice. Even when they bug out, you still can't get any back attacks in. What's it? Well, you can assume the form of those it studies. I don't know, whack them, dude. To get some CP out of it. Probably shouldn't have knocked him like that. Okay, we still hit him, so it doesn't matter. So the CP up, I mean, it's not as good as I would have liked for Joshua. Like, it's not the same as the Gladiator belt. But it's still pretty nice. I mean, it's a good enough multiplier that he can build it up pretty quickly. Especially when he gets AoE hits. Honestly, I don't want to fight you guys. Honestly, get Dark Matter. See if I care. Ah, that stupid spider keeps sneaking up on me. Oh, get blizzasted. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with Riaz. Because, I mean, the problem with, like, having a support unit is you don't need them for normal fights. Like, I feel like she'll be decent for boss fights regardless. We should probably move her back a little bit. Mainly because these enemies can inflict status effects, so making them not be able to hit us on the very first turn is pretty important. That's not the way we came. But we should go explore over there. Head through this first little section pretty quickly. Okay, there's another mini teleporters. We don't really need a Mind for anymore, right? You benefit from it? Yeah, you wouldn't. You could benefit from it. It could make you an even better Healy girl. gonna keep clicking that every fucking time, aren't I? Oh, no, no, no. Well, how much does it cost to make you not suck? It doesn't use that much time, Zapith, so we can actually upgrade you a good bit. That gives her like 100 extra EP to play with, which is pretty good. Let's see, where can we equip this Ingenuity? Yeah, we should have definitely, because I don't really care about your attack. And that would give you extra defense. So yeah, we definitely upgraded all. Well, no, we can just move this around. It doesn't really matter. That Ingenuity. That Septium Vein. So now you get, well, you can. Wait, you already had that, right? Yeah, I think you already had that. We just haven't used it in combat. So basically, it's you get extra water. Honestly, no. Well, no, I like having wind on both slots. I'm trying to think. It might be better to put cast here, and Ingenuity here. Nah, we lose out on because we need some level of Earth. Or no. I think we can still make this work. Move that. But what was here? Ah, shit. It was Heaven's Eye. Then put Septium Vein here. And it's not the same. You get Tier All, which is pretty good. I think we just want to go back to what we had. What was this? Already forgot. This is why I never do Orbment stuff on screen, because I can't be trusted. Wait, no. We want Heaven's Eye, because we need the extra fire from Heaven's Eye to get the thingy. Am I losing my goddamn mind? I think I am. We want Septium Vein, not EP cut there. Okay. We've done it. We got it. Wait, no. Oh my god, what am I doing wrong? Why do we not have I mean, we don't really need it. But what are we doing? We need wind. Wind, space, earth. And we have wind. We don't have the space. We have the fire. Yeah, because we don't want Heaven's Eye, we did want EP. I thought that's what we had and we didn't unlock it still. I promise. We'll have this done. This is just embarrassing at this point. Okay, there we go, we're back. Wasted literally like 5 minutes of time. Maybe if I remember, I'll cut that out. Now, the chances of me remembering that are kind of slim, to be honest. Oh god, it's like a Pokemon teleporting dungeon. Let's sneak up on this. I mean, you look like you could be a boss. And we don't do any damage, we're just fine. We're not gonna cast this turn anyway. What are you weak to? Arch Devil. Its attacks are deadly, but beating it may pay off. Well, I'll take your word for it, game. I'll take your word for it. There is another spider. Oh, you could sneak up on me. But honestly, I think we push it forward a little bit. Just to make sure he stays in the... Oh, that's a spicy meatball. Whack him and smack him? It's not the greatest damage the world's ever seen. That much is very true. The miss is very good. You definitely go for the big girl heal. Stell, what are your moves again? I mean, I don't think you do enough damage to really bother with that. That's the AoE on morale. Okay, I think you just, I mean, if there was ever a time for dropping a meteor on someone's ass, might be now. The feint is really good. It's a very spicy meatball. Some might say the spiciest meatball. Now Estelle will die. But that was the wrong character. I meant to click on Estelle. We can heal her before. Okay, no, that is the big one. Now, Oliver, I think your days on this world are numbered. The feint sucks. You don't have space. You have dark matter, yeah. I was gonna call Space Force for some reason. I think we got her. We got him. Worst case scenario, we just ult with Estelle if he lives. Which it looks like he will live. Yeah, just guarantee the kill. Ooh, Supreme Cloak and Dagger. 80 times a fifth is pretty good. If you can grind that guy, that might be something to look for. I don't know, I don't really want to grind. Oh, what? Is that just a freaking character chilling over here? Ceiling stone. Another stone. That thing is, I mean, who could it be? Oh, it's a ceiling stone. You were inside one just like this when we found you. I thought we had gotten everybody. Are we gonna find someone inside this one too? Without a doubt. You wouldn't happen to have any ink. I mean, the only other character who's been playable in the past we don't have is Kurt. I think it'd be nice if it was Dad, but I doubt we'd get that lucky. Yeah, that's the ultra rare loot box. Less than 1% drop chance. You gotta give you know, $100+ to get that sweet spicy ultra rare. Sounds as though there are a number of possibilities. The fastest way to find out which one rings true is to bring it back to the garden. I mean, Kurt's the only one that makes any sense. Well, I guess not the only. I mean, just because someone hasn't been playable in the past doesn't mean they can't be new playable characters, but I believe that's the only character we've ever had like direct control of that we don't have. Because you could use Kurt in a few different sections in Trails 2. Let's go check it out. I kind of assumed that we had gotten all of our party members at this point, and that Estelle was the last one. I think it'd be pretty cool if it was Kurt. I would like to see a side story with him. Wouldn't mind knowing a bit more about the old Kurtster. Or it could be someone completely different. And the barrier? And then they're all gonna go dun 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 dun. What? That looks like It couldn't be. Could it? Okay, Annalise was excited. It's Richard! What? Oh ho ho! Now that's interesting. Oh yeah, because Annalise, yeah, because she fought Richard, so they, you know, they at least know each other. Who goes there? Speaker name. What? Ooh, that's exciting. I sure didn't see this coming. I presume you're all familiar with this man. All I can tell by his uniform that he's from the Royal Army. Yes, we certainly are. I'm not sure what's going on here. Estelle? Joshua? And is that you, Your Highness? Yeah, it's good to see you again, Richard. I feel the same. Pleasure's all mine, Your Highness. I'm delighted to see you are well and in good health. There's no need to stare at the floor when you're talking to me, you know. How have you been? Thanks to Her Majesty's extraordinary kindness, I've been doing very well. I hope you'll forgive me if I'm asking. I'm afraid I don't quite understand the situation I found myself in. Yeah, you're in the space dimension. Get over it. Would it be any trouble to request a brief explanation of where we stand? What if they just denied him? What if they just like, nah, we're not gonna tell you. just follow me, dude. It'd probably be easier if I handled that. I don't believe we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Riaz Arjun, a squire affiliated with the Grail Knights. I guess I could say it's Gralsritter, right? That's how you say it. I've just gotten so used to saying Grail Knights that... See, it sounds as though the situation is even more abnormal than I thought. I suppose I should introduce myself as well. My name is Alan Richard. Is it Alan or is it Alan? It's probably Alan. I mean, it's spelled Alan, but Alan does kind of have an extra spice to it. I was once a colonel in the Royal Army's Intelligence Division, as well as a traitor who attempted to institute a coup d'etat. At present, however, I run the research agency RNA Research. RNA. Thank you, I think I have a solid grasp now. I wish I knew what else to say. What do you mean? As in, like, you're having trouble believing all of what we just told you? Well, part of me feels that way, yes, but that's not really it. The greatest doubt in my mind is simply, why me? Huh? I look at everyone here and I see comrades who know how to fight alongside one another to turn even the darkest of their odds in their favor. Whether this turn of events was the will of the goddess or someone else, I can't rightly say. But from where I'm standing, you've already formed the perfect team for overcoming the obstacles before you. I guess so. I sure as hell don't want to work with her, though. I don't want her stupid rubbing off on me. Oh, you're gonna feel really stupid after I thwack your brains to mush. Not now, you two. If I may. I find it hard to understand how I, of all people, came to be here. Far from working together well with all of you, I'm a criminal who threatened both your lives and the safety of the nation in which we thrive. I can't help but feel my being here is a mistake of some kind. Yeah, but you got like a cool sword and people like you, so that's probably it. You may have helped us before, though. Like during the attack on Gransel, remember? You came to everyone's aid then? Yeah. That could have gotten really bad if you and your men hadn't showed up to help when you did. They're right. Then there was the fact that you assumed responsibility for defending the city while all of us escorted Chloe to Hakan Gate. Yeah, you might have done some bad stuff in the- Oh shit, my fucking lights just flickered. I hope that's not the power about to go out. I hope that's just my light bulb. I mean, it was like a super flicker. It wasn't just like a normal flicker. You might have done some bad stuff in the past, but you're underselling yourself by saying you've never helped us before. Be that as it may, my good man, it's not as though you're the only one here who's performed terrible deeds. To use the occasion Joshua mentioned, while you valiantly defended Gransel, I was at Hagan Gate, threatening Larbal's safety. And yet here I am, fighting alongside my friends without a care in the world. The best thing to do here, in my personal opinion, is relax. I'm not sure boasting about not having a care in the world is something you should be doing. I have a different perspective on those events, Your Highness. For only threatening Libra on the surface, you had no intention of actually doing anything. On the contrary, you were trying to protect it. The same can't be said for me. My conspiracy was of my own doing. Well, like, theoretically, wasn't he doing it because he thought that was the best way to ensure Libral's safety, even though he was obviously wrong? Okay, but what about me? We were being used by you guys, yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that we were a bunch of sky pirates who even hijacked an airship. But Her Majesty was gracious enough to give us another chance at life, and we're trying to make the most of it by running our new company. I don't think our positions are all that different, honestly. Well, you might have done some things that you regret, but it's not the past that determines who you are. It's what you choose to do now. Exactly. It'd be a huge help if you had someone as baller as you fighting with us. So, please, we could really use your help. Are you sure, Annalise? You guys know each other? How'd that happen? I went to visit your dad for something a while back, so that's when we met. Really? After all we've heard, I see no reason to refuse your company. If anything, we're eager to welcome you to our group with open arms, myself included. You could consider it aid given to the Grail Knights that it would make you less adverse to the idea. What do you say? Very well, you have my support. Woohoo! I'm so glad you're with us. Thank you. I only hope to meet your expectations. Incidentally, there's one thing I would like to confirm first. What would that be? You said that you believe everyone to have been surrounded by white light and sent here at roughly the same time? When that happened, you were all wearing the same clothes that you are now? What kind of question is that? Now that you mention it, how come you're wearing your military uniform? I was under the impression that you left the armed forces. That's right. Now the question makes sense. You were wearing something different when you were sent here? I was. Currently, I was nude as the day I was born. I was out of an office in Ruan City, and since beginning working there, I have never once willingly worn my own uniform. That is odd. I mean, it could be based on, like, the memories of what we... Well, no. Because Shara has several of them have new clothes that we've never seen before. When I was surrounded by that light, I was wearing a shirt and a pair of slacks as I normally do. And yet somehow I found myself here in uniform. Well, probably, maybe the art budget, the art team ran out of budget and was like, just give them the same old clothes. It's not something that happened to anyone else either. Oh, I have a thought. Perhaps the Lord of Phantasma decided the Colonel just wasn't sexy enough as anything else and prepared that strapping uniform for him after bringing him here? Yeah, I don't think so. So in addition to the other billion ways they're a weird freak, they've got a military uniform fetish too. I couldn't entirely blame them if they did though. Dang it, Annalise is thirsty. I swear, girls these days has no idea what's going on. Still, there's clearly got to be something to do. I get the feeling that we're on the verge of a major breakthrough and working out how we ended up here. So do I. As well as what this place really is to begin with. Interesting. In that case, let's put the matter aside for now. Now that that's settled then, we should start getting ready to resume our investigation. Releasing Richard should hopefully have opened up a new path for us to follow. I kind of want to use him. Joshua, sit this one out for a little bit. What type of moves do you have, Richard? Where are you? How do I see your... There it is. Luminous Veil. That's his AoE attack. I remember that. I think we're gonna give Richard a shot. Now, Joshua, I do need your stuff back. Thank you very much. You can keep your boots for now. But do you have battle? You already have a battle circuit, so never mind. You can keep that. Your base speed is 80. Maybe you would benefit from You know, I'll set up. Oh my God, he's got so many 4s. We'll set up Richard off screen since we should probably end the video. We're almost at 40 minutes. Yeah, we'll give old Richard a shot. No, I've given every character their due shot in battle. Well, except, well, Annalise, not really, but... And honestly, I think Annalise would have been good. But... yeah. We will, well, the problem with Annalise is that we used you in Trails 2 and you were garbage back then. And honestly, I only think you're kind of good because your weapon. Otherwise, I just don't really think you're all that great. But... yeah, we'll give old Richard a shot. Have a little variety on the team. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.